Gentlemen, it is your favorite MJ. Welcome back to the section. Okay, I remain Ezenweke Justice, your favorite MJ. So let's continue. In this session, what we're gonna do, we are going over to module 7, and this is where we're gonna do the response segmentation. Okay, please pay close attention to every single thing that I'm gonna do in this section. All the other sections are important, but this is the session that is actually gonna give you authority. It's gonna give you expert touch to everything we've been doing all the while. Okay, and sorry, notifications are gonna be popping on my phone because it's just phone now. WhatsApp notifications, mails, everything. Okay, so now let's go over to autoresponder. What we're gonna do in this section is super important. Okay, it's super important. Now let me go back here. You see that I have two triggers, or um two flows for each of the automations. I have campaign 1, and I also have here for saved contacts campaign 1. Okay, that means let me explain this, what it means. What we're trying to achieve here now is that we're trying to set an expert touch, or add an expert touch to all that we have been doing. If somebody messages me, for instance, for the very first time, now my bot is going to save the person's contact, right? Now, it's not professional if my bot still gets to ask the person for his or her name when the person messages me again tomorrow. Let's say, for instance, you message me today and my bot is asking for your name, and you provide all of those details, and my bot goes as far as telling you that your contact has been saved automatically, right? Or that your contact has been saved, however it is. But then when you still message me again tomorrow, if the same bot begins to query you for your name, you're going to feel uncomfortable. Am I correct? Now, that thing is what we want to deal with in this section. We want to make sure that the people who are interacting with our business for the very first time would get the kind of response that they should get as people who are just interacting with our business. But then people who have already interacted with our business before now, or people who have interacted with our business previously, are not supposed to get the same response that people who are interacting with our business for the very first time are getting. So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that Mr. Peter gets the right response and Mr. Paul gets what is due him. We cannot rob Peter to pay Paul. So to do that, just click on this campaign 1. Okay, campaign 1. Remember, campaign 1 now is the one for people who have not messaged us before, people who are interacting with our business for the very first time. So what you're going to do is find your way to the place where they wrote specific contacts. Okay, look at it here. Specific contacts. All right. So in that specific contact, you're going to put a code, and I'll tell you what the code is. Okay, just you see this thing that looks like I. Click on it. It's going to show you something. You see? Plus star for non-contacts. Are you getting? So what you're going to put here now is plus star. Now let me explain what that thing is. That thing is a code that represents contacts that are not saved in your phone. Now let me explain it with a concept that is going to make you unable to forget it no matter how hard you try. When people call your phone, your line, what happens? If the person's contact is not saved on your device already, what's going to happen? You're correct. Because if the phone number is not already saved in your device, what's going to pop up on the screen is the person's phone number, not the person's name. Usually, forget about Truecaller and all of those. Just on a normal ground, let's say you are using Nokia 3310 or any of these button phones that doesn't have some of these other advanced features. What is going to happen? What will show in your phone is your the caller's phone number, right? Now, what if somebody messages you on WhatsApp and the person's phone number is not saved in your phone? What's going to happen? The person's name is going to pop up? No, the phone number is going to pop up. So usually All of these applications function in a way that they recognize country code. When people message you on WhatsApp, it's unlikely for the phone number to first of all start with 080. On WhatsApp, you're gonna see +234 for Nigeria, +233 for Ghana, all right, and so on and so forth for other countries. But basically, international codes usually starts with plus. Okay, so this plus here represents any phone number or any incoming message that is coming from any phone number that starts with plus. Okay, and star itself means everything after this. So this plus star means anything that is like a message coming from any phone number that starts with plus. It doesn't matter what follows after the plus. This means plus and any other thing that follows after the plus. That's exactly what this code represents. So if your phone number or the phone number of your messenger of person the phone number of your of your lead or the person messaging you, if the phone number starts with +239, is gonna trigger it. That means this particular what this means is that this particular rule is for those specific contacts whose number starts with plus. That is another way to put it is this phone number, okay, this flow is for those contacts that are not saved in our phone, because the only way we can know the phone numbers are not saved in our phone is that the message coming in is going to be coming from a phone number that starts with plus. Normally, any message that is coming to your WhatsApp, if the phone number is not saved, don't even make it complex in your brain. If that phone number is not saved, it's gonna be entering your WhatsApp as plus something something, +234, +2 whatever, okay, plus whatever, +44, plus anything. Once that phone number starts with plus, then this particular response is gonna trigger for them. Okay, so another way to put this, or summarily, what this means is this particular flow is for phone numbers that are not saved in your device. Okay, for messages that are not saved, for messages coming from contacts that are not saved in your phone already, this particular flow is specifically for them. Okay, now there's another thing I want to show you here. After setting your rules or whatever, after setting your rules up, okay, I would candidly advise that you don't put this boat. Are you seeing it? Let me scroll up so that you see what we're doing here. This is simple and easy. Now, there are three options here. There is individuals, there is one for groups, there is one for both. Okay, so most times on default, the triggers, the rules might be on both. Okay, I would advise that you remove it from there and put it on individuals. The reason for that is pretty simple. One of the days I just put these rules, I just just set them up, and I was actually in a hurry, so I left. Duty was calling, so I went to the office, and before you know it, the thing started triggering on one particular group. How did it happen? How it happened is that somebody, some of these our sisters can just be somehow that people, a lot of persons like abbreviating a lot. Okay, the person just came into the group. It was a lady, and she greeted good morning. The good morning was not complete. She just greeted GM. All right. Instead of good morning, she greeted GM. But GM, come on, why not just type the thing complete? As the person dropped the GM, my bot became angry. The bot triggered, started worrying every single person in the group, started triggering every single thing that they delivered to that group. What, even if you send picture, even if you send voice message, whatever, the bot started messing them up there, mesmerizing the whole group. Say, type your name. One, I want your name. Like, what is your name? What is, can I know your name? So, you know how people could behave, right? People were pissed off, and you don't blame them actually. So a lot of persons started saying different nasty things, and guess what? My bot doesn't give up. That bot started copying the messages. So if you say any nonsense, the bot is gonna ask you, "Oh, please kindly confirm this. Is your name that same thing that you're saying, you okay, a lot of them intended insulting, okay, but then the bot is gonna pick that their insult and ask them if that insult is their name. Okay, so finally, later in the day, I got the opportunity to go back to the group, and then I apologized to everybody. I didn't go to look at the insults because they were much, so I just decided to skip all the insults, and then I apologize to everybody. So this is the reason I'm saying you should not leave it at both, because it might trigger when you don't want it. So if you leave it at individual, it's gonna trigger only when an individual sends you a message. So even if they do anything in the group that should trigger it, for as long as it is not on both and not on group but on individual, it is not going to trigger in any group. It's only going to trigger when people message you on a DM. Okay, so we have achieved one thing. So now let's go over to set up the response that is gonna go to our contacts, people that their phone number is already saved in our phone. Okay, so now I'm gonna do what? Click this good here. I'm gonna just tick it. So do the same thing. I'll tick it. Remember, we have set up for the people whose contacts are not saved in our device. I've set that up. So now let's set up for the people whose contacts are saved in our phone. Okay, so I'm going to click this for saved contacts. This is what I clicked. I don't know if you saw it. This is where I clicked for saved contacts. All right, so I will click again. Then I'm going to scroll also, and what will I do? Boom, 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 boom. So this implies that they have both group and individuals. I will also advise you to put it on individual. In fact, if I'm not setting any trigger for groups, okay, if I'm not setting any trigger for groups, then needless or pointless keeping it on both. So to give you the kind of control you need to reduce the chances that your bot will misbehave or trigger when you don't want it, just do what I'm showing you here. Okay, then when you have done that, you scroll down, and instead of going to specific contacts, you will now go to ignored contacts. Okay, what this means, contrary to the first one, what this one now means is that any contact that is plus whatever should be ignored. Are you getting? Plus star. The first one we did plus star at the specific contact session, which means these are the specific contacts that you should trigger whenever they message. Okay, plus star at the specific contact session means trigger when people whose contacts are not saved in our phone messages. But ignored contacts plus star on the ignore contact section means you should ignore any message from this person. Don't trigger when people whose contacts are not saved in our phone messages. Don't trigger any message that is coming into our device that is coming from plus whatever, plus 23, plus 44, plus whatever, plus anything, plus whatever. Don't trigger. That's exactly what we are doing here. Okay, so now to make it more real, there is one more thing I'm gonna do. So we have done two things here. We've kept it at individuals. Instead of being on both, we put the receiver, we put it there on individuals only. So it should trigger only when individuals message. Then we went as far as going to set plus star at the ignored contact session, meaning that it's gonna ignore any single message coming from. It's never gonna trigger when messages come from plus whatever, plus 234 plus whatever. So the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna go over to the reply message session. Okay, this is the trigger, this is the reply message session. So now we want to show these people that we already understand that they have interacted with our business before. So how am I going to do that? I'll just put a simple sentence. Okay, this is hello capturing group 2. What is capturing group 2 stands for is their name. Okay, so when they say any message that they put here and they write my name is, Some persons might have interacted with your business before, but when they come back to your business, they might deliver another name. Okay, maybe you save their phone number as John before, and then when they are coming back to interact with the business again, maybe they saw your advert and then they click the link and return to your DM. Some of them might now choose to give you a second name. Maybe this time they say Adewale. Okay, so now here's exactly what I want to do, or what I'm gonna do, that I also suggest that you do same. Hello capturing group 2 means hello any name that they have put as their name. Okay, um I already, nice to have you here. Nice to have you here. You are about to get access to the um, ultimate WhatsApp automation course. Kindly save mine and then type saved. Meanwhile, I already have your number saved as. Okay, let's just say hello capturing group 2. Nice to have you here. I already, no, it doesn't sound natural from there. So let me just say hello capturing group 2. Nice to have you here. You're about to get access to the automation secret of the coming generation. But before I share you the link to the, I'll save my number as da 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 da, and then type saved when you are done. Okay. Okay, well, hello capturing group 2. Hello. Okay, let me just say that capturing group 2 could be James. Hello James. I already have your number saved as, I already have your number saved as whatever. Percent first name. Yeah. Percent first name. Should be? Mm-hmm. First name. Okay. Should be. Let me check that out. I already have your, that's saved as percent. That's it. I was correct. I already have your number saved as percent first name. So what did I do? I clicked here. I clicked this thing here to go and search for the code for first name. Okay. I already have your number saved as. So I'm gonna click there. I'm gonna click here. I see it. Boom. So I'll scroll to see where I'll see first name. Name first. Okay. So name first. Percent first name percent. Okay. Nice to have you back here. Nice to have you here again. Nice to have you here again. Okay. Now you are about to get access to the automation secret of the coming generation. Okay, so something like that. But before I share you then you are done. Okay, so the essence of this is just that with this already now, all right, with this already, we have given the people a hint that okay, whoa, I already have this guy's contact saved, and it's gonna be like if you're not into this and if you're not doing what we're doing now, there's no way you're gonna suspect that. If you be like oh, this guy actually saved my number and can still remember what he saved my number as, that kind of thing. So the person is going to take this thing so personal, okay, without knowing that it's just you doing your genius to your marketing. Okay, so when you're done with this, let's already click save and save this. Okay, so that's just it. You have set it up for one. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing for the campaign 2, campaign 3, and every other campaign. Okay, now, I'm going to say it for the general, but I'm going to end this live and then I'll start another one. Okay, so that you can easily refer to the videos. All right. So I'm going to see you in the next section right away. Just immediately. I'm not spending another second. I'm starting another recording at once.